As it happens, the Thursday edition radio, that's the greatest show on Mirth. I'm going to start this next story at the very end. Hilarity ensued. And it all began last night in Montreal at Canada's first Grand Laughing Championship. That's right. And if you think the whole idea is a joke, well, you would be deadpan wrong. It's a knee slappingly milked through the nose. Serious matter. Albert Nuremberg is the creator of the Laughing Championship, and he's in Quebec's eastern townships. But first, to give you a little taste of the competition, this is Laugh-Elite, Linda Rodrigue. She was a guest yesterday on CBC Montreal's Radio Noon program hosted by Bernard Saint-Laurent.
Can you give us a little sample of what you would do to kind of cheer us up?
Sure, I can. I can laugh for you.
Yeah.
Come on, Will, laugh with... Albert, that woman is hysterical.
Yeah, she's not a champion, but she should be.
So she was one of your competitors, was she?
Yes, she was one of the regional champions in the Laughing Championship that was held last night. I think she placed 5th.
Well, if she placed 5th, I can't imagine what first was like.
There were some major contenders there, people that were really, falling over. There was some extreme laughter, I would say.
Now, so there's different categories of laughter, right? So what are some of the categories?
The opening competitive category was the famous evil villain laugh. So we called it diabolical laughter. And so each person did that, and they competed, and that was the first category.
Do you have an example? Can you do a diabolical laugh?
I can do one. I should explain what people were told to do is... they were judged. This is something called active laughter, where the idea is that you make yourself laugh by laughing. So sometimes it sounds a bit forced at the beginning, but you're judged on the end of your laugh.
Ah, okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes, of course.
So do you want a diabolical laugh?
Yeah, I want a diabolical laugh. That's my diabolical laugh. So how did you put yourself in the mood to do the snort laugh then?
Snort laugh is a tricky one. What's interesting about the snort laugh, it's always an accident. When people snort laugh, they rarely do it on purpose, but they would be laughing like... Oh, excuse me, people. Kind of you would apologize after. Most people apologize, but in the contest, you would be proud of your tremendous snort laugh.
Were there great snorts?
There were some really good ones, and some people were exceptional, and some people really couldn't do it. I think you have to have a talent for snort laughing.
Yeah, no, I have never been able to master the snort laugh. I've worked on it, and now can you just? So once you get, as you say, once you get started, you kind of self-infect yourself, right?
It's important. That's an important thing because people will hold back because they think, you're faking it, but in fact. That's what's explosive about this sort of new approach to laughter is if you let go of the idea, I sound a little bit like I'm putting it on, then you can laugh all day long.
The people in the audience, were they laughing with them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of the criteria, though, was, is your laugh truly contagious? And some people, obviously, way more than others. But yes, the audience went berserk on several occasions when really people got out of control. It was mayhem.
Duels.
Now this is important. The genesis of this whole contest relates to the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And I noticed, attending one of these things, that at the beginning of the fight, they have a stare down. Now, what happens in many of these stare downs is the guys crack up. And that is because I believe human beings are just as much wired to laugh together as to fight together. And that was the origin of this whole contest. And the duels, the laughter duels, begin when two people are put very close together to the point where they get very nervous, and then we say, go, and they start laughing sort of eye to eye, and they get out of control. And the way you win is by making it seem as if you're just really finding the other guy so unbelievably funny that you've split your pants and you fall down on the floor.
Now, does there an Inuit tie to that? Does that come from?
Yeah, I made a documentary called Laughology about sort of the science of laughter. In the course of it, I discovered that the Canadian Inuit have been doing laughter games for thousands of years. It's a little-known fact. And one of the games they do is where you put two people together eye to eye, staring, and you tell them not to smile. And it's very hard to go longer than 20 seconds. And it shows how much human beings are wired towards positive emotion, that we cannot even stop it in certain situations. And basically the idea for the duel came from like putting two and two together, the UFC on one hand and the stare downs and this Inuit tradition of having laughter games on the other. And that's where we kind of put together the concept of the Montreal Laughing Championship.
How did it go? Who won finally?
It was a very interesting, everybody in this turns out to be a very interesting character. There's a guy who was children of Holocaust survivors. There was a woman who claimed that she got her laugh from being persecuted for being overweight. The woman who won is a woman who works, her name is Nicole Veillette, and she takes care of old people. And they apparently put her up to it. They said, you have such a wonderful laugh, and you cheer us up every day. And they heard about it on the radio, and the people in the home sent her to the contest, telling her, you're going to win. She didn't believe it, apparently. And so that night she went through the diabolical laughter. She did the knee slapper, the snort laugh. She fell down on many occasions. She really went quite far. And then the ultimate duel was the duel, what we call a genou, but that means on your knees. And she faced off against this other terrific laughter, and she beat him hands down, and she won the cup. I would think the audience left feeling really good because they'd contagiously been part of this like huge laugh-gasm.
Laugh and the world laughs with you, eh?
Precisely.
Well, there you go, Albert. Once again, proving that the study of laughter is no joke.
No. I'm slapping my knee.
What a pair of goofballs. Albert Nuremberg is a director, journalist, and laughologist, and we've reached him in Quebec's eastern townships.